You are 20 minutes into a show, everything is fine, and then the Apple TV just shuts itself off. Maybe it happens every night, maybe it happens at random. Either way, it is driving you insane. And the frustrating part is that nothing you do seems to make a difference. There are 4 specific reasons this happens, and once you know which one is yours, it stops. The most likely culprit is not what you think. It is your TV. Most people blame the Apple TV immediately. The actual cause in the majority of cases is the HDMI-CEC feature that your TV has quietly enabled without you knowing about it. HDMI-CEC is a communication protocol that lets devices connected through HDMI send power commands to each other. Your TV manufacturer calls it different things depending on the brand. Samsung calls it AnyNet Plus, LG calls it SimpLink, Sony calls it BraviaSync, and so on. The idea is convenient in theory. Turn off your TV and the Apple TV powers down too. But when CEC handshakes go wrong, and they do frequently, your TV can send an unintended power-off command to the Apple TV in the middle of whatever you are watching, and the Apple TV obeys it. To test whether this is your problem, go to Settings on your Apple TV, then Remotes and Devices, then Control TVs and Receivers, and turn that feature off completely. Use your Apple TV normally for a few days with that setting disabled. If the random shutdown stop, HDMI-CEC was sending your Apple TV to sleep. You can also go into your TV's own settings and look for CEC, AnyNet Plus, SimpLink, or BraviaSync, and disable it from the TV side as well for a double layer of protection. It is overheating and shutting down to protect itself. The Apple TV 4K has a small form factor and no active cooling fan. It relies entirely on passive airflow through its casing to manage heat. When that airflow is blocked, the device reaches a temperature where the internal protection system kicks in and shuts it down before components are damaged. Think about where your Apple TV is physically sitting right now. Is it tucked behind the TV against the wall with barely any space around it? Is it sitting on top of a cable box or another device that generates its own heat? Is it inside a closed TV cabinet with the door shut? Any of these setups will cause overheating under sustained use. The fix is straightforward. Move the Apple TV to a position with clear space on all sides, at least a few inches of open air above it, and no warm surfaces underneath it. If it has been sitting in a poor position for a while, give it 30 minutes to cool down completely before restarting and testing again. Users who move their Apple TV to a better position consistently report that random shutdowns stop immediately and stay gone. Your sleep settings are doing exactly what they were told to do. Before assuming anything is broken, check the Apple TV's sleep settings. Go to Settings, then General, then Sleep After. If this is set to 30 minutes or an hour, and you are not actively pressing buttons on the remote during a long video, the Apple TV interprets inactivity as a sign that nobody is watching and puts itself to sleep. This is especially common if you use the Apple TV for background music, ambient screensavers, or anything that plays without remote interaction. The Apple TV has no way to know someone is in the room watching. It only knows whether the remote is being used. Set the Sleep After option to Never if you want the Apple TV to stay on indefinitely, or choose a longer timer that matches your actual viewing habits. This is a setting that catches a lot of people off guard because it is easy to forget it exists. Leave a comment telling us how long yours was set to. You might be surprised how many people in the comments have the same exact issue with the default timer. The software needs an update or a clean reset. If none of the above applies, CEC is off, the Apple TV has proper ventilation, the sleep timer is set correctly, and the shutdowns are still happening, the culprit is almost certainly a software issue. Corrupted system files, a failed background update, or a misbehaving app can all cause the Apple TV to crash and restart without warning. First, check for available updates. Go to Settings, then System, then Software Updates, and select Update Software. Even if you think the Apple TV is already current, check manually. Background updates do not always complete successfully, and the device may be running a partial or corrupted install without showing any obvious signs. If an update is already current and the shutdowns continue, the most effective remaining fix is a factory reset. Go to Settings, then System, then Reset, and choose Reset and Update. This reinstalls the Apple TV operating system from scratch, which eliminates any software corruption that accumulated over time. You will need to sign back in and set up your apps again, but it takes less than 15 minutes and it permanently fixes the vast majority of software-related shutdown issues that updates alone cannot resolve. If the Apple TV continues shutting down randomly after a full factory reset with CEC disabled and proper ventilation in place, the device has developed a hardware fault, and Apple support or an Apple-authorized repair is the appropriate next step.